Oh, what about ye? 2005 Renault Trafic 2. Customer complaint. Electric windows don't work. We'll put the key in it. Turn the ignition on. Still nothing. So the owner of this van says that the passenger UK left hand side window hasn't worked for ages, and now the driver's doesn't work. So he would like the drivers to work, because he likes to be able to wind the window up and down as he goes along. So without doing a lot of invasive testing and taking this door card off, we'll probably end up having to do that anyway, but just a quick check from experience, and I've done videos on this before, the problem is more than likely there where the loom is hinged, where the door opens and closes. So you can see it in there now a wee bit better. So I've done a video on this on the channel before, and it's probably pretty well known that anyway. But considering the age of this vehicle, it's 15, 16-year-olds or something like that, you know, copper hardens up over time. The insulation also gets hard, brittle, and time does that. So this thing moving back and forward, it's, you know, it's the number one suspect here, you know, is that bit there. It's the, you know, as far as wiring's concerned, if wiring's able to move, that's why you need wiring clipped and secured. If wiring's able to move, it rubs, and, you know, it just suffers from fatigue, basically. So what we're going to do here, and this is a quick test, and for people out there that have this problem, you know, this is a quick test. So what I'm going to do here, I'm probably going to get in the way of the shot, but nevertheless, we'll give it a go anyway, and you'll get the idea, as some people say. So with the door not fully open, with the door sort of half open, it's just ajar, and we're going to, an ignition on, clearly. We're going to hold this button down, this driver's button here, and do a bit of a wiggle. So we'll have the door sort of half closed, because if it's fully open, then, you know, the wires are going to be, you know, stretched as much as they can, as much as they're going to be. So, you know, they sort of increase the chances of us getting any results here at all. This is why we leave the door sort of half open, and that's why this is going to be hard to film. There's a wee boot here in the way of the shot as well. So we'll give it a go anyway. So I'm going to hold the button down with this finger, and because the window's fully up. So definitely something going on in that loom. Bingo. So with the magic of television, we now have our door card removed, and the loom is all in one bit. So that's the plug to the window motor. Had to take the mirror off. There's this plug here, it goes to the mirror. It doesn't back out, so you have to take the mirror off. With that unplugged from there, all the connections look good. That wee door thing is unbolted till they open fully. So we'll pull this loom out in its entirety and take it to the bench. Right, we've got the loom in the bench now. So there was a T off on it there to go to that mirror, I think it was. So that's a bit of sheathing. So remove that, and that was to slide this boot down as much as I could. But I had a wee bit of an unexpected development here, because when I was sliding that boot down, this wire popped out. So, and this is the wee pin, so I managed to de-pin it. So that went in there like that, and we de-pinned it out this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join a piece of flax onto this and do away with this piece, and maybe with a wee bit of additional length do a join down here somewhere. So I've repaired these looms before, and it's, you know, what I was expecting to see here is you know, a break in the wire. Now there still could be a break in one of these wires, but clearly this is a problem. It may be the only problem. All the wires visually look okay that I can see here, you know, so the bend on them's here, and seem to be alright visually. There's no cracks in the insulation or anything like that. So for sure this needs fixed, but what I'll do, as I said, is we'll get a bit of wire, a bit of flax, nice multi-stranded flax, and do a join in around this area here, and do away with this bit completely. The reason why I do that, I do that all the time when I'm doing loom repair, and we don't want a join in this bit here that moves. We don't want the join there, because it's not long lasting. It'll just break again at the join, you know, or because you bulk it out, you know, it can rub on the other wires then. And the other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to tape this up. You don't want to have this taped up. You need these wires to move about to be able to get a bit of freedom of movement. If you tape them up, again, it traps them and they'll break where you've captured them. So there's a few wee things there just to consider whenever you're going to attempt to do a loom repair like this. So we'll get a bit of wire and see how we get on. Okay, so I've soldered this pin onto this bit of brown, which is basically household flex. I've used this in looms and doors before, and there's more strands in it. It's multi-stranded than the automotive stuff, and it's nice and flexible. So it works well, never had any bother. It didn't have much catchment on here, so I'll see if I can get you in on it there. So yeah, but I had to watch my, you know, how much heat I was putting on it. I had to get it the flow, of course, you know, because I needed to get it to attach there to the pin, but you know, I need to be mindful of heating the you know, the contacts there, so you don't want to ruin the pin drag on it. So I've tested it on the door, you know, the male side, and it seems to be fine. So yeah, we bit of heat shrink on that bit. But what we'll do for now is we'll just sort of measure this out and do a joint down there, leave a wee bit more length in it, and do a joiner on it and see if that is our fix. Here we go, that's a loom installed temporarily, and that's her there. There's her wee join down there, so that'll be in the straight bit, that'll be in the door then, that join. So it's not in the bit that moves about. That's, if you want a long last repair, that's what you need to do. Anyway, so, oh, right, we'll have our boutons here, and I need a bit of ignition, that would help. So, uppy and downy, and we'll give these wires a bit of a wiggle when we're doing that. I got it fixed. No parts required. There you go. I don't know where I want the passenger one done, but that's all he wanted done for this occasion. So, all right, simple enough. I think that's it. Maybe get something out of it. Maybe a few wee hints and tips of just, you know, doing that wee repair there. But all right, thanks for watching. All the best, and